imagine I have like a cis person and they constantly insist that I'm just a trans woman. I'm not a real woman. I'm not a biological woman. Out of courtesy, I can use she, her pronouns for you, but it's just because we are friends and we know each other and whatnot. And then I'm saying like, oh, hey, actually like that is transphobia. And they get defensive and they're like, you call everything transphobic, or you want total submission to your worldview. You have to be thankful the way that like cis people erase your identity and like weaponize it against you. Is it weird that I found you from Asmongold? I don't think so. I think the video that I made sits at like 70,000 views. Like that's my most watched video. Wouldn't be surprised if there are a lot of people here actually who know me because of like Asmongold. But I'm from Rev, so it's not weird. Rev doesn't like talking about me anymore. He realized that he can't bully me that easily. He can't farm me for views. I farm him for views. But you from both of those idiots found out how different the light was when I heard your side. Equally speaking, I'm grateful. I'm curious, like initially when, you know, he was like talking about me and stuff like that, did you think that like he was right? I'm always kind of like curious what like people's first impression of me is. I discovered you through an ASMR. You can kind of guess how my experience was. Originally, I did agree with something Aspen said a while ago, where he said you're doing harm to the trans community. I no longer do upon again hearing your side, because I realized that me agreeing with him as a trans person was in fact doing harm to me and others. I think that's definitely like something that people commonly like fall for. I think that's also like kind of the thing when like they portray me as like this raging, triggered, like snowflake who's like so unreasonable and like talking about these things and coming after the children and advocating for child mutilation. Like it's really loaded. And if you don't actually like look deeper, like I don't fault people for like falling for it. And I always appreciate when people are actually like looking in deeper. Yeah, since I woke up from that idiot, that's good then. I'm glad. Like that's kind of like what I mean, right? Like I don't engage with like someone like Leaflet in order to like change her mind. I'm just engaging with it in order to like change someone who is viewing Leaflet. The framing I had in my head was very off. He owed me as a regular person with no harmful intent and just sometimes fascist views that I say are pretty normal actually. Say that some person harms your community. These mentally ill deranged freaks are making the other mentally ill deranged freaks look bad. Wanting children to be happy and feel comfy in their bodies. Groomer, yeah. So strange that you're the only VTuber with leftist content, I know. But the right-wing fascists have numbers of some of the biggest VTubers. I mean, Zurus exists. The thing is, like, there aren't that many that are, like, as vocally outspoken as someone like I am. You're destroying trans progress single-handedly. Yeah, the fact that Asmongold said that I am doing more harm to the trans community than he could ever do is so delusional. When he's literally sitting out there and it's like, no, trans kids don't exist, they're all grooming victims. You wouldn't know, he's very invested in the well-being of the trans community, exactly. And then he says like, oh, the trans community is like a parasite that latched onto the LGBT community. He's not even getting his notes from like the average transphobe. No, he's getting it from like TERF, like the UK transphobes. Like every now and then I get comments of people being like, you're the reason why Trump won. And it's like, what do you mean? What did I do? I think a lot of bigger VTubers are left-leaning but aren't ever explicitly about it. Oh yeah, because a lot of the money they get is from comes from the right. They need to be perceived as like apolitical, which is like kind of like the thing. Like you're either right-wing, you go fully mask off, or you have to like hide your views because then it's like woke. There's actually someone who pulls the strings behind the scenes and is responsible for most major world events and stock market swings. Exactly, and it's all me. It's all me, yeah? I just meow and the world crumbles. Love how these people think it goes from, hey, I'm trans, to getting them surgery in like a day. Yeah, it's always impressive how transphobes who like spend the majority of their time obsessing over trans people have no fucking idea how anything related to trans people actually works. That was why my framing was off. I assumed the politically vocal VTuber was right. Wait, what do you mean? Your name came up in relation to people like Kirsche and all I knew was you were political. I assumed you were right-leaning until I paid attention. Oh, I was about to say right-leaning would also kind of be a bit detrimental as a trans person, because it effectively would be agreeing to bad stuff that happens to a lot of us. Even if it sucks, even if it blows my mind how you can have like zero morals or like ethics, etc. I do still get why people like Blair White exist. Why token trans people exist who take advantage of like conservatives pushing like the anti-trans rhetoric. Y'all are shoving transness in people's faces. It's like the thing of like, oh, because you're visible, because you're speaking, because you're sharing your experience and whatnot, you are making the trans community look bad. You are giving like people trans fatigue. The reason why you're so vocal and not just like minding your business and like hiding in the shadow realm is why people are transphobic. That is like a very popular rhetoric that like too many people sadly fall for. Too many marginalized groups, too many like trans people fall for it. Which is why they have also like a lot of like hatred for someone like me who calls out like transphobia of like content creators and so on. It's like, oh, you're drama farming. Oh, you're too visible in like a negative light. Can't you just be nice? Can't you just get along with everyone? People wouldn't hate you if you wouldn't like start coming after other people's children, right? That's like the next level of it. Oh, you're vocal, you're visible, and then like, oh, you're advocating for like trans rights and like saying that like trans kids exist, so you're coming for other people's children. Then I am like on someone like on a platform like Twitter, and I talk about being trans, and it attracts a lot of negativity. And then I have people being like, "Oh, you're like drama farming because of you." I have to see so much negativity in the comments. You get like 1,000 replies of people being like transphobic and whatnot. I just can't see it anymore. Why can't you do anything like positive for the trans community? Why can't you just like share, you know, your side of being trans and whatnot and make content for other trans people? Why can't you just have your small little safe space? Why can't you just like go on Blue Sky and tweet to like 3 people that are going to like agree with you anyways? That is like the next stage of it. That is like the level of like criticism where I'm at. And people fall for it. Imagine I have like a cis person and they constantly like, they just insist that I'm just a trans woman. I'm not a real woman. I'm not a biological woman. I'm just a trans woman. Like, shouldn't I be thankful? Like, oh, out of courtesy, I can use she, her pronouns for you. But you know, it's just because we are friends and we know each other and whatnot. And then I'm saying like, oh, hey, actually, like that is transphobia. And they get defensive and they're like, oh, you call everything transphobic. Nothing is ever good enough. Oh, you want always more. Oh, you want total submission to your worldview. Oh, I just can't do it anymore. You know what? Actually, me calling you they, them, instead of she, her, which is like your pronouns, like, I can't even do that anymore. So actually, I'm just going to like misgender you in the first place. You made me transphobic by calling out my transphobia. That is the next stage of it. You have to be thankful the way that like cis people erase your identity and like weaponize it against you. These people also don't get the difference between that is racist, transphobic, etc. and you are. Yeah, exactly. People internalize mild criticism because they have a very nebulous identity. People have like they have this victim complex. They have a lot of like these, oh, I am perfect. I'm doing you a favor. Oh, it's not good enough, or you want always more. You're never satisfied. Why can't you think of me? Like, why can't we compromise? Oh, you're a trans woman. Trans women are trans women. Isn't that enough? Trans women just aren't women, you know? But you're trans women. Shouldn't that be, like, enough? Why can't you, like, accept it? Why can't you, like, compromise with me? Like, just meet me halfway. Like, come on. And then, you know, like, on the other hand, you have, like, the savior complex of, like, cis people, which is like, sweetie, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to realize that you were never trans, and then you're going to regret transitioning. You're going to, like, regret all these things. Oh, look at someone like Nyara who is like telling people that's okay to transition. Like, that's bad. Everybody is normal. You're just a little confused. You just need like some therapy. You need to go to a therapist who is like talking you out of it. You can't listen to someone like Nyara who is telling you that it's okay to be trans and that their life improved after transitioning. Like, this breeds a lot of like hostility. Then obviously you have like a lot of like VGen trans people, a lot of like trans women who kind of like give up. And they're just like, oh, I'm just going to continue to being a femboy. Like, I just want to be like a real girl and whatnot. But like, transitioning is not good enough. I don't have like the recommended like facial features in order to be a woman. Oh, I don't have like the average height of a woman, so I never pass anyway. So it's like not worth it. Oh, I'm taking HRT, but it still don't pass because people don't put like literally any effort into like their appearance and whatnot. You know, like a place where I was in at as well at the start of transitioning. It's just like I need to like lose weight and I need to like, but like the hairline is bad and like just look at my face and like I'm never going to pass. Just look at my hair. It's bad. Look at my nose, like my broad shoulders. Whatnot. There's like a lot of self-hatred, and then people are like, well, okay, in order to be a woman, in order to like look good enough as like a trans woman, I need to have like facial feminization surgery, and I need to like have like breast augmentation and need like all these things. And she's like, it's just not. There is some things that you have like control over. I can imagine it's hard to argue for your own existence without getting a little upset. Oh yeah, obviously. As like a trans person, hearing other people debate my existence and have them, you know, voice out their hatred in front of me, that sucks a lot. Like 100%, that's awful. But yeah, I think I'm going to cut it here. It's getting late. There's still like a lot of things that I kind of want to address. If you want me to talk about like specific like stream topics and whatnot, make sure you join the Discord. There is the Nyara forum where you can suggest things. If you have like questions or anything that like I should address. Also subscribe to my YouTube. Means a lot. They pull out the yeah, I was racist, but you are mean and that's worse meme. Oh yeah.